Welcome, man, and welcome to another edition of Impact Culture, the podcast. Hey, listen, guys, I got a special guest on tonight, man. We have the privilege of hosting Ant Gibson, man. He's a local guy. He's extended his, way before his impact way further than the football field. He's a youth coach with the NC Giants. He's garnered numerous championships, a national championship, several city and state championships, man. But also, this guy has a heart for service, man. This guy is always in the community with these kids, man. Along with being a football coach, he's a father, he's a husband, a mentor, and the host of the hottest ticket in the city right now, Friday Night Lights 707. Ladies and gentlemen, my homie, Ant Gibson. Welcome to the show, brother.
Man, that's a hell of an introduction. Appreciate you, good man. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, man, that cash app came through, so I got you, man. I got you. That cash app came
through. He was talking about you. He was talking about you, man. God dang.
Hey. But before we go any further, before we get any further, man, let me introduce my partners in crime, man. My homie, my sidekick, man. Well, I'm a sidekick of his on his show. My man T Bizzle, or the Biz with T Bizzle.
What up? Welcome, baby. Welcome to the boiling pot.
Yes, and everybody knows the local legend, the man, the myth, the homie, my brother, my 3 a.m. brother, Coach Keith Booker. Welcome to the show, my brother.
In the building.
Yes, sir. Bad man, like listen, Ant, man, we talk, man. We've been wanting to get you on, man. So, man, how's everything going, man? Talk to us, tell us what's been popping in your world, man. I know you just recently became the 707 C1N champion. Tell us about that experience as well.
Man, that was fun, man. Cam Newton brought the show into town. You know what I'm saying? He had a great event over there at UNC Charlotte. Hundreds of kids from all over, from Miami to New York to, Carolinas, Tennessee. That tournament was well represented around the country. We took 12U out there, 14U out there, 15U out there. And man, our 12s walked away champions, brother. So like I said, I couldn't be more proud of them. And I couldn't say the experience wasn't great. It was a great experience, definitely blessed to be a part of it.
Congratulations, bro. Man, listen, we're gonna jump right into it, man. I've always, like I talked to you today, man, like I've always seen you in the community, man. And every time I see you, you got a gang of kids with you, man, whether it's your own or just kids that play with you, man. So, man, you've had remarkable success as a youth football coach, winning multiple state and, a national championship. So what drew you into coaching, man? Like, what was your approach? What made you want to become a head football coach?
Man, I tell you what, I always admired the coaching position, even as a kid, growing up, the leadership role, X's and O's, knowing the game, implementing your knowledge of the game to the field, to the kids. So that always interests me. But I will say when I first came, I really was just a dad. I won't even hold you, good man. I was really just a dad. And I remember going and just watching. I watched for years. Like, that's why a lot of these young coaches, everybody wants to jump to go to be the head coach and, this or that, start their own team. Right. And God bless them, I'm not judging nobody or anything like that. But I would say to a lot of these young cats, man, take the time to sit back and just watch, man, because I watched, bro. Like, I watched my oldest boy. He played for Tony C from about 7U till about 10U. Tony just coached him by himself. Coach AT coached him at a couple other great guys. So I just watched Tony, and Tony merged with Booker. And then I got to watch two great coaches work together. I watched them cat. Wow. So I watched them from 11U through 13U. And then when I got started, I still kept learning, Coach Dede, quality coach. Learned quite a bit from him. There's a couple guys out there, Kevin King, a lot of really good quality coaches out there, Coach T Bizzle, no doubt. A lot of cats that I took a lot of stuff from, And so I'll say, I guess the original question was, what got me wanting to do it. I guess watching other great coaches give back to the kids, and I just say, I said, hell, I want to be a part of something like this, man. Like, I want to be able to, see what I could do with a team. So I went down and started a team with my middle boy, and I fell in love with it, dog. I fell in love with it. That group then aged out on me. They in high school now. So I done went back down to the bottom with my baby boys team.
Okay.
I got 8U now, Scat Pack Reloaded, and they next up, fellas. They next up.
I hear you, bro.
Too much, but they next up.
I hear you, bro. So you took the proper steps, man. You were a student, then you became a teacher, man. I admire that, man. A lot of people want to skip past the student part, man. So I'm a roll it to my man T Biz, man. What you got for him?
Yeah, for sure, man. And man, beyond football, man, you known for your advocacy and mentorship, within the community, man. Could you share with us some of the programs that you spearheaded to empower young people, bro?
Oh, absolutely, brother. Like I said, I was in the infancy stages of the Giants, so I've been around a lot of those kids starting from the bottom, and like I said, we took a lot of those kids and aged them out, and then to keep touched in with those or tapped in with those guys, I said, well, let's start the 7-on-7. So I started doing the Queen City Elite 7-on-7 about 3 years ago, literally just to stay with the group of guys that I had all the way up.
Right.
Just trying to, keep them out of trouble, trying to do the right things. And I'd say my latest venture with this Friday Night Lights is I believe a blessing in many ways to to some of the older kids, 15 to 18, getting them out the streets on a Friday night, taking them out the streets from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. And we're hoping after that they're tired and ready to eat and go to bed. So at least one night out the week, they protected and they around good positive people that want to see them succeed and prosper. So like I said, man, and then I got a couple ideas, but like ultimately those three things, like I would say, would be my main. And Queen City Elite and the Friday Night Lights. Right now I'm just trying to help the kids stay out the way and stay active, right here in the backyard, right here in the inner city.
Yeah,
I
man,
respect
keep
that.
those programs going, man. Because like you said, man, hopefully they tired. They ain't trying to go outside and pick up a pack or a gat. You know what I'm saying? They tired.
Correct.
They've been out there balling. Hopefully, like you said, get something neat, get in that bed. No doubt. Salute.
That's what we praying. That's what we praying. No doubt, brother.
Yeah, man. I always said on Friday night we know at least where 300 kids are, and that's a great thing.
You better know it.
I apologize.
Exactly right.
I salute you, brother. I appreciate that, man. That's good for the community, man. What you got for Mr. Booker?
Nah, man. Yeah, I watched Ant jump out there, but I watched him jump. Like you said, he was a dad first. You was a dad first. You sat around on the sideline. You kind of gave us hell here and there whenever we was coaching.
He ain't lying.
I love it. I love it.
He gave me. Yeah, no, man, it's all good, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what? We gotta have guys on the sideline. We gotta have guys on the sideline like yourself, man, to really help us get stronger as coaches. You know what I'm saying? Tighten up our game. Even though your approach might have not been, spot on, we got to be put in that situation sometime. In order to get stronger as coaches and stuff like that, man. So we approach with a lot of different things. But listen, this ain't about us. It's about you. Hey, check it. So what's the formula, man? Because you came right in and just started winning. Like, you can watch coaches. You watch coaches come in and they try this thing out. And sometimes that shit just don't pan out.
Yeah. Well,
you come right in and you just start winning from the young age, and you carry them all the way through to the older age, and you just winning, man. What's the formula, man? What's the I mean,
man, like
you got a system or what's up?
I'll start with, I was blessed to be around some great individuals coaching, man. I took a lot of my game is just, a lot of my coaching game is a mixture of a bunch of cats from around the city. Like I said, definitely a little Tony Seed in there, definitely a little Keith Book in there. Just a mixture of most guys. But I guess my main thing I'll say is a mixture of toughness and love, man. You know, that tough love on them kids. You know, hold them accountable. I will say that to coaches, like they are never too young to be held accountable. You know, so hold them young men accountable. Be tough on them, but then love them up on the back end, man. Love them up on the back end after you know disciplined them and got them where you want to. Make sure just as hard as you are on toughness, give them just as much love on the back end. That's what these young black men need, and young men need in general. I'm sorry, let me, not just say one way with it, but
Nah,
young
keep it
men in
real.
general. You know what I'm saying? Young men in general, they all need that good, tough love, held accountable. But once they perform to where you want them, show them some love, reward them.
Right, right.
So I'll say toughness. I'll say toughness and love.
Yeah,
That would be,
that's cool.
would be
It's
my
a
fault.
lot
I
of
don't think I'm
discipline.
correct, because I don't think I'm that much smarter than the average coach or that much better with the X and O's. Or I really don't. I really honestly don't. I feel like we got some highly intelligent coaches out here, but I would say toughness, love, and paying attention to details, man. Them small things matter. In the sense of building a football team. I had a talk with a coach the other day about something as simple as not using the word scared around my kids. I don't want to hear it. I want to hear it.
Makes
Don't
sense.
say it. Please don't. I don't want to hear it.
Right,
So, like I said, we all got our own philosophy, man. And whether we
right.
win or lose, I respect every single coach out there that's just giving back to the community, dog. Like, so,
Definitely that.
Yeah, man.
and that's real talk. That's real talk.
You know what I think it is like Booker said, you came right in winning. But you know what? More than anything, man, those kids can feel the realness, right?
Yeah.
You can't fake a kid out, bro. They know whether you care about them or don't. They know whether you just need them for the season or if you know what I'm saying. So
Yep.
you know what I'm saying. I know you're around these kids, man, and so given like the recent surge, man, on the gun violence in Charlotte, man, how do you feel like sports and your influence serves as a conduit to showing these kids, nah, this is not the way, man. Like how important is sports to these kids, man? Because most of these kids, we let's just be real, come from single parent homes, and we're a father figure to those guys. And so, what are you doing to encourage these kids? Obviously, football is the tool, but on the other side of that, what are you doing to make sure these kids are staying on the right path?
Well, like you said, as we all say, the field is a sanctuary. That's where we go, and we're at peace most of the time, coaches and players.
Facts.
So that's honestly a great tool right there, just to get the kid's mind off of it for a split second. But outside of being on the field, I just like to take the time to check up on my guys, go spend some time, take them out to lunch if I can. Like I said, we're only but one man. We can only do what we can do, but I
Right.
do like to make sure I take, at least once or twice a week, I'm trying to give him a couple gems, even if I just, said a couple things that made his day a little better, brighten his
Right.
day, made him thought in a little more positive mindset. So, just little stuff, man. Like I said, I won't act as if, I can save the world or any one person can, but
Right.
ultimately, just literally just staying at it, head down, work, stay positive with the young man, bro. So like that's my real philosophy with it. Take them out,
Right.
show them some, that one-on-one love, attention. When I can, we all got busy lives, but
Yeah.
when I can.
I just want to piggyback up that. Like, let me ask you this: like, you run the organization. What's the conversation that you're having with the coaches that you bring in, about your mission and what you're expecting out of them as far as mentorship? What's that conversation like?
Well, I like to make sure that I explain in the beginning that, I'm not one, some organizations, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but I'm not all about winning. Certainly at the 7-on-7 level, you're going to, lose sometime. You're going to win some. Like you play
Right.
so many daggone games. But, I
Right.
think my thing with the coaches is just development on and off the field, development mentally, physically, development. That is it. If we can just look at a kid at the beginning of the season and see where he was, and then by the end of the season, we can see that he's a little mentally and physically
Mm,
stronger, that's a win. That's a win. We just
right.
won. So, that's my main thing. I'm not looking to win all the trophies. I guess I don't want enough of them $20 trophies. I'm not tripping off that.
He said 20. You didn't say $20 trophy, did
I'm
you?
telling you, whatever they cost, bro. Whatever they cost. God bless.
It might be cheaper on Temu.
You ain't lying, coach. I might need to look on there. Shucks. But yeah, man, just development, bro. Just development, man.
Wait a minute, though.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. You talk about trophies now, $20 trophies, bro. I went to Florida, man.
Yeah.
And I went to Florida, bro, and I watched you and Coach Day, man, execute the most elusive trophy, way more expensive than $20. Way more expensive than $20. Even if it's 20, even if it was actually $20, the value of it, once you win it, the most elusive trophy in youth football is a national championship trophy, man. And I watched you win that. I watched you guys win that, man. You guys were so dialed in, man, and focused, man. I watched just you and Day, man. It was y'all was back and forth, man. I drove from Kissimmee to Plant City every day, every other day, whenever y'all played, just to come and witness that, man. And that was gratifying for me to see some of the fellas from the crib, man. You know, win that national championship. So congratulations again on that, man. And
that, brother.
How does that make you feel once you come back to the crib, man, and you don't put the work in, and you know that you just won something, you just won a trophy that everybody, every youth football coach desire to win, man. That's what they want, man. How does that feel when you win that?
That's the mission every year. That's the mission every year for me. So of course we don't always win it. I've only been a part of one, like I said, and I've been at it for quite some time. I got to watch, like I said, you and Tony win it back in the day. Well, hell, really, you bought it. Like you said, I won't get off the topic too much, but I remember watching you guys go win it, back in the day, and then so it's like, I guess I'll say, it's one of them feelings of accomplishment, completion, like, something that you're chasing for so long, it feels good. Like, I guess in hindsight, I won't say it makes you a better coach, because I mean, you're hungry. Hell, you might be hungry before you got it. But with that being said, you do feel accomplished on the back end, like, kind of like, take a deep breath, like, hi, I did that. You know what I'm saying? I did that. Let me see, if I could do it again. But either way, I know I did it. I know I did it one time. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna try and run it back. Like I said, I got a young group now. I'm telling y'all right now, I got an 8U right now. These boys different now. These boys different.
You heard it first. You heard it first.
I got one of them groups, man. Cats better watch out for this one, man. Scat Pack Reloaded. We back in the city with it. But yeah, fellas, it's a great feeling. Phenomenal feeling. A feeling of accomplishment. Real talk.
No doubt, man. And that just, bro, you can't get a national championship without hard work and dedication, man. So, we all agree that your dedication, it extends beyond the gridiron, right? You know what I'm saying? So can you kind of walk us through, like, a day in the life of Ant, man, balancing coaching, responsibilities and personal mentorship and family commitment, you know what I'm saying? And being this, you're a big time role model out here with the kids, but it's got to be a balance, man. Tell us some of the things, some of the ways you handle, you know what I'm saying, those family commitments with mentoring these young boys.
Man, like you say, I think the key word you said there was balance. That's what it seems to be all about here in life. Got to kind of be multi-talented, got to be able to multitask, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, doing the Friday Night Lights, like I guess right now I'm in the midst of building the league for the spring, getting everybody signed up, schedules built, and then of course the personal organization day to day. We're about to get started back up here in the spring, and then I'm also doing the tackle. On top of that, being a dad, full-time dad with my middle son, he lives with me. So it's a juggling act, it's a juggling act. But with that being said, again, that same feeling of accomplishment, as you progress through your day and progress through your task, It's a good feeling, man. It's a good feeling putting in the work, completing the work. Essentially when it comes to, league play and organization play. And then, like I said, being a dad, man. If I don't be remembered for nothing else after this whole world is over, if I could just be remembered for being a dad, I'd be good, dog.
That's
I'd be
awesome.
100 grand.
man.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I hear that, bro.
And to kind of piggyback off that, man, I wonder, as far as you know what I'm saying, coaching, man, you put up a post the other day, man, and I absolutely loved it, man. You said, just give me a group of kids that are coachable. No matter the
Yes,
talent, we're gonna
yes,
end
sir.
up in the chip. But if they have
Mm,
talent, we're going to win.
Yes,
mm.
And I felt that,
yeah,
man.
That's dope, bro.
yeah,
That's deep.
yeah.
That's coaching.
I just feel like in my humble opinion, I feel like if I pay attention to to the small things, really focus on the details of a football team. For example, my Scat Pack team last year, I think I coached 7U. The year before, they only won 2 games. And so then we come back. I get to coach them full time because the year before I didn't get to concentrate on them because I still had SRT when they were 6U. So then when we come into 7U, I got to dedicate my full, time and attention to it. And we finished in regionals. We made it to the regional championship. And but with that being said, I just feel like it's just consummate work. All of us,
Mm-hmm.
we just work consummately at something. And obviously believe, you know what I'm saying? Self-belief. That's something I put into the kids. I definitely push into myself. I believe, you know what I'm
Hey
saying?
man, hey, check this out, man. I don't mean to cut you off, Coach. You've been a little bit humble here. Um, the deal is this, bro. For you to make a statement like that, what Tony just said, you just tell the truth, man. You just know you can outcoach these niggas inside. I mean, excuse me.
Nah, go ahead. Nah, we ain't editing shit. Let's go. We ain't editing. Ask that question like you said it.
No, man. No.
That nigga done went up.
That's the on the line question right there. That's the on the line.
Too much, but I'll just say,
damn,
I
coach.
believe
No. You believe
when it comes down to it.
Wait a minute, coach.
I feel like,
right,
I'm
there you
gonna
go.
take my knowledge over your knowledge.
There
But
you
we should
go.
all feel like that, though, right, fellas? You know
Why
what
are
I'm
you
saying?
coaching?
No. We talking about Ant
I do
Gibson.
believe that my scheme is
Gibson said that.
a better scheme than my opponent's
We
scheme.
talking about
Yes, I do
Ant
believe
Gibson.
that.
The art of war, baby.
He's saying, give me whatever players, it don't matter. I can
Hold on, my
outcoach
thing
these
got
cats.
muted somehow. Hold up.
Oh, you good?
Nah, weird.
No, you good. We can hear you.
Don't try to pull that.
Let's try to pull it up. I'll mute it, shit.
My phone.
Nah,
Somehow
bro,
I can't hear
every
y'all,
word you
fellas.
say.
Oh, he said
he can't hear us.
Yo.
Can you hear us now?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I don't know. For some reason, I can't hear y'all no more.
They might have to go out and come back in. Yeah, he might have to go out.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
you see how you be ruffling feathers right there, boy. You
that's
ruffling
what-
feathers, did you?
Hey, Book gonna put you on
Ruffle
the
some
line.
feathers, boy. He gonna ruffle some feathers, boy.
Come on, man.
There we go.
Hey, there you go.
The same thing I did to Chris Hawk, ain't it?
Yeah.
You ruffle some feathers right there, boy.
You back?
You good? You good again?
Man, I got a phone call and it took me all the way out.
Oh, yeah. You gotta put your phone on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah, man.
But anyway, man.
On the
Hey, man,
now
he went and called some people like, hey, listen, man, I ain't really saying this, but I said
Yo. Yeah, book put me on the spot, man.
That's Booker, man. That's Booker. That's all Booker now.
All the coaches, dog. I respect every coach. But man, come on, man. Like that's anything in life. We should all feel like that. You know what I mean? Like, when it comes to anything, women, whatever it is, man, I can treat you better,
it's
baby.
Bravado, baby.
You know what I'm saying?
Bravado.
Like, that should just be the mindset. You know what I mean?
Here we go.
But
Here we go.
But on a serious note, though, man, because I've done it, and you win with one team, you go win the national championship, which is great, man. I'm really, again, I'm proud of you. But then to be able to go back down, if you really want to identify and define whether you're a really good coach or not, man, did I really do this? You go down and get a team like the Scat Pack.
Yeah.
And you bring them all the way back up. And you, even if you don't win the national championship, you're very relevant. Every stadium you step into, that's Ant Gibson. And 9 times out of 10, he winning. You got to play real football. So there's a system. Yeah, you got to bring your A game. So is there a system that you built? Like when I say a system, I mean like an offensive system,
Yeah.
a defensive system, or overall philosophy that you have when you approach these seasons?
I think there you go. The number one thing I think I took out of the thing you just said was philosophy. Just the belief of pushing toughness into the kids, pushing discipline into the kids, and holding them accountable. I do those three things. I feel like those for me is what helps me, kind of rise to the top in most situations. Right. I just won't, I had a talk with a coach. I was coaching with a guy for 7-on-7, and he go to tell me, just a quick example. He go to tell me one of the kids' heel was hurting. I guess the kid told him his heel was hurting. And I said, this coach, he didn't tell me that shit because I wouldn't be going for it. You know,
I'm not listening to that.
I'm not going to listen to that.
Right.
I'm not going to allow him to give
Can you
me
walk?
Correct. Are you still standing? You're fine. Okay, let's play football. So I just think some people hold kids accountable at different levels and allow kids to make it more. Some people allow more excuses, and then it tends to make a mentally weaker team. We're all dealing with similar athletes. We're all dealing with Charlotte athletes who, you know what I'm saying? We're going to get 20 to 25 really quality athletes most of the time. It's Charlotte, North Carolina. So, you know what I mean? We're all dealing with similar athletes. It's essentially just how we train their mental. And so I would say that would be it. Philosophies from 7-on-7 to older kids to younger kids in tackle. Don't matter, man. Hold them daggum kids accountable, and I promise they'll shock you. They'll shock you with what they can do. They will shock you with what they can do.
Absolutely.
Well, let me ask you this. You said a lot about toughness, winning national championships. You definitely can't win a national championship without being able to run the ball. So what kind of emphasis do you put on your line? Like a lot of the guys, that's when teams don't win. That's what separates championship teams from teams that don't do so well. That offensive line, defense that's just a dog mentality. But offensive line, that's technique, skills, and you got to really put into their heads that, hey, you are the most important tool of this offense. So what kind of emphasis do you put on your offensive line?
I think you said it just best right there. The emphasis of just making them understand how important they are. I remember my granddad told me, offensive lineman is a different type of dude. He's a great man. He doesn't get any credit. He doesn't get any pats on the back. That man's gonna go be a great husband. He don't need no, any, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I just try and flip that. I try and make sure my offensive linemen eat first. We have pizza parties or ice cream parties, whatever the case may be. They in the front of the line when it comes to eating. They in the front of the line when it comes to getting water. We start off every practice with 4 laps. Offensive linemen only run 3. So just little things like that to help them understand how much they mean to me, the separation of just that little separation. You guys, we go where you go. We follow behind you guys. So y'all clear the way for us. We're gonna treat you good, y'all clear the way for us.
That's awesome, man. Because most people overlook that, man. They just look at the stud athletes, man, and the fast kid, the skill guy. So I've always known that as a championship football coach, you're not doing nothing without that line. So, I just want to kind of get your input on that. But man, listen, the 7-on-7 Friday Night Lights, man. What inspired you to create that, man? Because that to me is probably when I walked through that field at the STEM school, the middle school. That was probably one of the most electrifying events I've been to because it's just got this feel to it, bro. It's like you're in a cage, you got fans around the edge. And when you walk up, you see balls flying in the air, man. It's like just action, man. Like, what inspired you to create that, man? Because, again, like we said earlier, we know where 300 kids are going to be that night. But, man, that is one of me. And I'll tell Booker this, man. Like, it's nice at West Charlotte, but it ain't got that same feel as that has at that middle school, man. So I'm trying to tell you to keep it there. But anyway, man,
we're gonna try. We just gotta fix a couple little things with it.
Yeah, man. What inspired you to create that? What inspired you to create that, man? Because that's one of the most dynamic things going on in youth in football. Period. Not even just youth. It goes from 9 to 18. So, talk about that.
Well, what I'll say with that is just honestly opportunity. Because I looked into the Blazing. And I guess I really shouldn't even say their name, but I looked into other leagues, and they're just, I mean, they're killing. Like, they don't. First of all, they don't got anybody in it because they're charging way too much. So I said, well, let me think of a less inexpensive solution. And so, like, we were able to come up with the Friday Night Lights. Like you said, in terms of the electricity, I got that from going down there. Not that I created it myself, but I thought with allowing the parents to be on the field, right on the outsides of the line, different than other leagues. And I got that feeling from going to Atlanta, them war zone tournaments. I'm sure y'all know when you go down to some of them youth football events down in Atlanta, like, it's packed and it feels like a fishbowl. It literally feels like you're sitting in a fishbowl. You
That's
got
what I'm talking
parents.
about.
You got parents lined up all around the field. Like, I mean, you could barely even talk to your team without a parent interjecting. That's how, so it's kind of chaotic, but at the same time, like Coach
It's dope,
Orlando,
bro.
just that electricity, man. Like,
Yeah.
people love that. Like, that's like a ringside seat at a fight. You know what I mean?
It's
at a
true.
heavyweight fight.
That's true.
So, allowing the people on the field, that was big for me. I really wanted to create that fishbowl environment. But as for the Friday Night Light in general, it was just opportunity.
That's
Don't
dope,
have the opportunities on Friday nights to do something constructive. And we already have Friday Night Lights in the fall. Why not recreate that in the winter and the spring?
Right.
To keep the kids active.
Yeah, I think it creates a mindset, overall mindset, all the way through from spring to tackle season. It creates that mindset to get them kids used to playing on Friday night. You never know how much that motivates a kid, man, and changes the kid mindset. Like, I want to play on Friday.
On Friday night, yes,
not
sir.
Thursdays, not Thursdays.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy? But on top of that, it's gonna be familiar to them. The moment's not gonna be too big. Like, imagine you a 9-year-old kid, a 9-year-old kid playing on Friday nights in that environment. That's equivalent to a high school environment for a 9-year-old.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
he's playing that environment at 9. When he gets there at 16, like, man, I've been doing this. This is nothing to me.
Nothing gonna be able to rattle him. Nothing gonna
it's
be
not
able to
gonna be able to rattle him, bro. He's gonna be so experienced, man. So, man, that's good you said that, book, because I didn't really think about it until you said that. That's gonna create so much. It's a mindset, bro. Like, it's not gonna be too big of a moment for him.
Right.
So he's just gonna be like, man, I've been doing this, bro.
So they're gonna be like, Friday night, baby. That's what I'm used
to. Here we go. This is
right. Here we go. Here we go.
What I do. Yes, sir.
Man,
I've been doing this since I was 9 years old.
Bro, this is nothing new, dog. We've been doing this.
Yep.
That's what's up, man.
So we trying to come back bigger and better this spring, man. We're gonna try and do it a little bit bigger, get us, somebody like Mr. Booker on the mic, and really bring a little bit more energy to it. You know what I mean? Heck, I wouldn't mind having all you cats out there on the mic.
Hey,
bring your podcast.
Group.
Hey, bring your podcast.
We coming.
Bring your podcast night, baby.
Hey, we coming, baby. We coming. Hey. Oh, but let me ask you this, Ant.
Yeah.
I can't recall, but who was that 15U champion?
Friday Night Lights.
I believe some men by the name of Impact Elite. I believe some young men out there.
I think that's who that was.
They
didn't see us coming, boy. They didn't see us coming.
No. Hey, you know what though, Coach? I knew. I played y'all week 5, I think. Boy, I said, ooh, Coach got to cook over there, boy. Yeah. Coach got to cook over there now. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Right, we appreciate it. We will definitely be back, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Should be fun, man. So we'll be starting back up April 12th. So that's about 2-3 weeks from now. We'll be getting back out there on Friday nights. We'll have much more teams, and we'll also be expanding to Sundays. So we'll do Friday nights, and then we'll do Sunday nights at the end of chasing them's situation over out there. So chasing them. So we'll still do spring, but chase spring air attack. So chase will end around 5. We'll pick up and do the second half of our teams from 5 to about 9 on Sunday nights as well.
That'll be with the older kids?
That'll be with the older kids, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yep. So we'll probably go 15 and 18 you on Sundays. We'll see how it go. We'll mix it up.
Do you have a location for that? Same place?
that'll be at Rocky River on Sundays. On Fridays, we're trying to keep it at West Charlotte, but like you said, I kind of like Southwest too.
Yeah, it's got a better. It's got a that just backyard feel, and it sits down, man. And when you, bro, it's got a whole different vibe, bro. I love it, man.
It was fun. It was fun. So most likely we'll be at West Charlotte, but we'll see. Like I said, we'll see how the cookie crumbles. But we'll be starting back up for sure. April 12th, Friday, April the 12th.
Man, so you'll be getting that information out soon.
Yes, sir. I'll be reaching out to everybody. Actually, tomorrow and Friday, I'll be reaching out to all the teams, letting them know, and change a couple of the rules. We're going to go to 3 downs. One thing I did like, as some of these tournaments been doing, they've been allowing 1 blitz per game.
Right.
So 3 downs, 2 first downs instead of what we did last year with just
15 yards. 15 yards. Okay.
15
I like
yards.
that.
So 3 downs, 2 first downs. We'll bring in extra points from 1 from the 3, 2 from the 10.
Right.
And then, like I said, I'm going to allow 1 blitz per game, just to throw a wrench in there, and just make the quarterback have to move and have to throw on the run at least one
I
time.
like that.
Hey, boy, you smart. You smart, and you
follow the campaign, bro. Follow the model.
You're very, very observant.
Yes, sir.
You took a part of that national stuff that they do, and why not preparing for the national?
Absolutely.
That's exactly, and that makes sense. I like that.
Yeah. So it's okay. We stuff grow and learn, live and learn. So trying to present a better product, a better product every year.
Yeah, the product's good.
Yes, it's good stuff, man. We support it for sure, brother. We definitely support it.
I support y'all, man. I appreciate y'all having me. Real talk.
Hey, Bizzle, you saying is Bizzle talking? I don't see.
I think he's talking, but he's muted.
Yeah, he muted. You got your mic muted, Biz.
That boy over there drinking that Sprite.
Look at Biz. Look at him. He working, baby. He working. In the meantime, while Biz is working, man.
Right.
I got something for you, Coach. So I know you've been you've been very vocal as it relates to the state of youth football and the things that can potentially offer some of the biggest challenges in youth football. And some of the biggest challenges, and it appears sometimes it appears sometimes the parents can make it really, really tough.
Correct.
on youth football, man.
Yeah.
So what do you think right now, as it relates to the parent involvement, that challenges you the most when it comes to youth football?
I think for me, I've been doing it for quite a while, Coach. So I'm big on educating my parents. So some of the basic complaints that you get in youth football are playing time and my kid touching the ball and stuff like that. So I like to have a team meeting at the beginning of every year. I love to stress how running back is the lowest paid position in the NFL. I love to stress that. I love to tell parents that as much as possible. And ultimately, it doesn't matter what they play right now. I use Christian Hamilton as a great example, Coach Booker.
Right.
Tell people often that Christian was our best D end, and we really didn't ask him to do much else. He would, catch the ball from time to time. You know what I'm saying? Really, Zion was our number one, which obviously Zion is playing Division I football as well. It was just a loaded team, but we didn't have to have Christian do as much pass catching as he ended up doing at the high school level. So I like to, just give parents little examples like that. Like, man, it don't matter what your kid play at 7U, 8U, 9U. Let that man just be a football player. Like
developmental,
developmental. Develop the dog. 11U, 12U. You'll have time to carve out a position. My son didn't start playing DB till 10, 11U. He probably played D. Probably played D end all the way up until then. So, I really try and explain that to parents, like, for one, we're volunteers. So, take it easy on. And 2, the things that you're griping about ultimately won't matter in the long scheme of things. Just let your kid be a football player, man. Like, real talk. So that's my biggest thing I tell the parents.
Yeah. The thing is, I'm sorry, but Like,
Okay.
just going on what you just said, man, I don't think parents understand the importance of a kid playing in the trenches while they're developing. Like that tough, you're going to end up where you're going to end up, right?
Yeah. Yep.
But we never know that. We can't predict that at eight what this kid's going to be. We don't know what kind of growth spurt he's going to have. We don't know what kind of, you know what I'm saying? But people don't understand, like, you know, I'll use my son, for example, man. He played on Booker's team. He was a center. When he played for me, he was a center.
Okay.
He ended his career as a receiver, you know, the national, you know, but you don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that toughness that he gathered by playing them trenches and playing where the coach told him to play made him a very physical receiver.
Yep.
Right. So just, man, listen, I don't really listen to you as a parent when you tell. I see what I need your kid to do for me right now, what he's capable of doing.
Correct.
So if that happens down the road, great. Otherwise, you know, I'm not gonna come home and tell you how to parent him. So don't tell me how to coach him, right? So yeah, man, I applaud you on that, man. Like, these kids don't understand. The parents don't understand that there is a whole lot of what am I saying? A liability or asset playing in the trenches versus being a liability. Because you can play receiver your whole life, but you ain't got no toughness, and you run up on a corner that played DN and grew into a corner. You in for a long day, brother. You in for a long day. So I get it, brother. I get it.
Definitely.
I think at the end of the day, man, with these parents, man, it's all about when they drop that kid off. When they drop that kid off, have you as a coach set your practice field up to when that kid gets out that car and he approaches Ant Gibson's football team, do you have that practice field set up to where a parent looks at that practice field and says, that's a football coach. I trust that kid. I trust that coach with my kid, man.
Yeah.
Already, man. And that's really what it's all about, man. A lot of these coaches can you know, the kid get out of the car, practice ain't set up, the field ain't set up, they ain't ready. You know what I'm saying? And that comes with preparing your assistant coaches. Like, if I ain't there, you know, we got jobs, we got different things going on where you might pull up late. Hell, you might pull up late because you got to go pick up 4 or 5 kids. But anyway, that's a part of it too. But to me, when a parent first approaches you with their 7-year-old or 6-year-old, it's all about how you have prepared that football field, your practice, man. And that's important, where they can drop them off and be like, the first thing that comes out of your mouth as a coach is a difference maker. Like, you know what? I'm good. I'm good. That's a football coach. Not only is he a football coach, you can tell he got kids. Yeah. That coach right there got kids. That coach right there has experience. I'm good with that. So then they don't bother you, and then on top of that, you win.
Correct.
And that takes a lot. That takes.
It takes care of everything.
my kid ain't playing running back. You still gonna have parents to say my kid ain't playing running back, but it takes away a lot of why my kid ain't playing running back. Why is he on the line? If you build that confidence in them, like you said, that establish a rapport in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Then you got less negative parent involvement. Less negative parent involvement. So that's a good job. And
or if you watch practice and you see your son, it's not a running back.
Yeah.
Watch the practice.
Hey, I used to invite parents to my practice. They always thought their kid was a running back. I'd be like, listen, I tell you what, hey, Mr. Such and Such, Mr. Miss Such and Such, I want you to make sure you come to my practice today, okay?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I want you to come to practice today.
I love it.
Because I'm gonna have little Johnny. I'm gonna have little Johnny playing running back today.
You better know it.
He gonna be running back from the huddle to the center. Yeah, he's a running back.
Johnny
he running back from that huddle to go snap that ball.
Little ass up.
Little Johnny be like, yeah, Mom, I don't want to play running back.
Yeah.
I know we all have heard this one. He can throw. I be throwing with him in the backyard. He's a quarterback.
He can.
Tell me what he do in the backyard. I don't give a damn. Hey, let him tell me what he do in the backyard. Oh,
can
yeah.
throw.
Hey, Biz, your mic still ain't happening right now.
Y'all still ain't
No,
hearing
I
me?
can.
Oh
No,
no,
I
there
can
you go.
hear
There
it.
you go.
There we
Roll
go.
up now. Hey, come
So
on
welcome
now.
back, Bizzle. Welcome
Come
back.
on
Biz,
now.
we gonna let you in, baby. We done blocked you out. I know you
I
hot
don't
on
know
something.
what happened, man.
I
I
know
was
you got something for him, Biz.
listen, but I was listening to Ant Man, and this was like maybe 2 questions ago, man. When he was talking about the 7-on-7 thing, man, and I was just kind of overwhelmed listening to the brother talk, man, and you just seem like you just deeply involved, bro. You know what I'm saying? I applaud you for that. So,
Appreciate
that being said, the youth football landscape in Charlotte is getting out of hand, right?
you. Yeah.
We can all
Yeah.
agree on. All right. What's some of the things you would like to see? You know what I'm saying? You would like to see changed, to for the kids to have access to the similar opportunities for growth and mentorship, bro. You
Well, I mean,
understand what I'm saying?
ultimately, I would just, when it comes to in terms of the camaraderie, I was talking to somebody the other day about, God rest his soul, my brother Brandon Sinclair, man. Like me and that cat used to go back and forth and then get off of the internet and call each other and talk 30
Yeah.
minutes. You know what I mean? Like, so I just think that sometimes a lot of this stuff gets taken so far out of context. We ain't even able to have, friendly banter anymore. And
Right.
it's like it goes so far left with it now. I kind of just stay out of it now. I used to get on the internet, say this or that, but I don't even much do it anymore. I post something about my team, a scat pack go or whatever the case may be. But
Right.
ultimately, I try and watch out the way because I do believe, when they say the fun gets taken out of youth football, I would say in that sense, like just in the sense of, being
Right.
able to have that friendly banter with the other coaches, and it don't feel how it used to when I first started youth football. So if I could say I would like anything to change, I wish we could go, back to, coaches having real relationships, possibly meeting at some of these Glazer clinics and, just,
Right.
really, taking the time to, understand each other because we all doing the same thing. We all giving back to the community, man. We should be a little tighter than what we are.
Yeah, man. I seen some stuff today, man, that I just didn't agree with, man. And I decided not to put myself in that business, man. The last time I put myself in youth football business, I got ridiculed. I got called old. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to have fun, and
Well,
These are old
everybody know.
coaches.
Well,
I
go
know.
ahead and let it out, baby.
I
Yeah,
know they don't know T Bizzle because T Bizzle
that's it.
love
They
to have
don't know
fun.
T-Bizzle.
That's not what I was saying. At first, they got it. I think they kind of took it out of proportion. But today, I seen some stuff today, man. That's not fun, bro. Ain't no
Nah, that
fun in
went too
some of
far.
the stuff that I
It was
seen.
it was a little much. It was a little
That was
much. I
a little
will
bit
say
much,
that. And
man.
that's a great example of what I mean when I say we can't even get on here and
It-
everything just goes way left. So that's why I
right.
just stay out of it. I don't put my 2 cents in anything. You know what I
Hey,
mean,
man,
guys?
listen, I remember. Do y'all remember when Dean first started the gridiron? I'm
Yep.
gonna tell you, I
Oh my
used to
God.
hate to
Out
hear
of
Tidwell
control.
say, "Anybody want to line up? Come to Robert L. Smith Park." But
Oh
it was
my
all
God.
fun though.
It was
It was
all
all fun.
fun.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? When we got out there, TCE and G Top, they was rivals. We was rivals with Betty Ford. We'd talk junk to keep booking them all week. When we got
Yep.
to the field, it was all love, man.
Yes,
All
It
sir.
was
love.
all
All,
love, bro. It was all
all
love.
love. Yep.
Yeah, it was all
So
Right.
that's
love.
why I say it's a little different nowadays. You know what I'm saying? But like I said,
Yeah. You can't even entertain that stuff, man. You can't even entertain it because it's like people can't draw the reality the lines with what's real, and this is just
Right.
entertain. We're just talking junk, bro.
That's
yeah.
it.
Yep.
This is barbershop talk,
It's
No doubt.
right?
barbershop. That's
But
it.
see, the whole problem is it's not like it used to be because the whole world sees it. Now somebody's embarrassed, and now somebody's got. Honestly, bro, I don't even want to entertain that on this platform, man. So, let's just move on past that, bro.
No
That's
doubt.
childish, bro. But
Right.
man, listen. I know your boys in college, man. Like, tell us about that experience, man. What was that like going through that recruiting
Beautiful, man.
process? Get
Tell
what I'm
people
saying?
all the
And
time,
how's
man.
he developing?
Hey, right on track. And that's something that I got to stay on him about. He got to school last June for summer camp, and there was 8 safeties in front of him. So,
Mm,
like I told him, I said, you just got to put your head down and work, man. You got to make plays, brother. Like, there's nothing I
he
can help
works.
you with no more. You know, and like Coach Booker said, it ain't them days I could cuss on the sideline and the coach have to, you know what I'm saying? Like, so them days is over, bro. You know what I mean? You got to go get it, you know. So with that being said, fast forward to now, he's entering spring camp or just started spring camp. He's now the number 2 safety.
There you go.
You know exactly the number 2 safety. So he working in the right direction, like I tell him. You know what I mean?
Nah,
man.
Wait, Coach, you said it was 8 there. What number he is now, Coach?
2.
Come on now.
2.
Nah, man. Listen. Let me tell you something about that kid, man. I trained that kid, man. Let me tell you something, boy.
Mm-hmm.
That boy got one motor. Go.
Yep.
But on top of that, what's most impressive to me about this kid is I only have to tell him once, and he's gonna say yes, sir, and get the work done.
Yep.
Well, because us light-skinned dudes, we listen.
Hey, listen. Not only that, man. That kid got one intention.
Yes, sir.
He got one motive. He got one intention, and that's to get on that football field and play. He want to be the starter. One thing about that kid, man, is he want to be the starter, and his work ethic shows that he want to be the starter, man.
Yep.
And I'm glad. I know he's probably maturing now because coming from 8 to 2, you got to believe in a process.
Come on, dog.
You got to believe in a process, and that kid right there used to have no patience whatsoever. All right, because his dad didn't have any. He used to have. His dad had no patience. His dad was like, why you taking my son out the game? You know, why he ain't playing
all the time. I love him, man. I'm sorry, man.
But the thing about it, man, that kid has one motive. He wants to be on the field because I think when he's not on the field, he feels like he's not contributing, and he wants to contribute to winning. You know what I'm saying? And then once he gets on the field, the kid has such a winning pedigree that it exudes to the other 10 kids that's on the football field.
Wow.
So really, man, once that kid gets number 1 on the depth chart, bro, I don't know who his coach is, and I don't know how much they know about him personally.
Yeah,
I'm sure they've learned.
But once you get a kid like that on the field, man, they gonna feel a different energy. That starting lineup gonna feel a different energy, man, because he brings that pedigree to the field, man. So
I agree with that, man. That kid epitomizes. If I had 11 of these kids, we're gonna win.
And we say that all the time as coaches.
Man, I appreciate you, bro. I applaud you, bro. You did an excellent job with that kid, man. Good job, coach.
Man, I appreciate y'all, fellas. I appreciate y'all, man. And that's my guy right there. I said he doing the right things. He doing what it takes. He's acclimating himself on campus, in the community. He's doing well, man. I'm proud of the young man. Like I said, I'm proud of all them guys that came up in them the Bookers and them class. Like I said, I came up with a lot of great coaches, and Booker and Tony, they put. There's probably 15 guys out there in college right now that all played on that same daggone team right there. You know what I mean? David Sanders, the best player in the 2025 class, was on
there. You go. He was on our state championship.
He was on that team. So there was a lot of talent on that team right there. So
man, with this football stuff, man, it can be so watered down, and we talked about some of the things that takes away from it, the social media and all the riffraff that come with it, and all the minutia. I call it the minutia that comes with it.
He said the minutia.
The minutia. It's about, as a football coach, man, like yourself, man, like these other coaches that's on here, man. It's about building a culture.
Correct.
It's about you right now, and I watch you from afar, man. And you're building a culture that when a kid step out of that car, when he get out of that car and he step on Ant Gibson's football field, man, this is the culture. If you can't handle it, if you don't like it, then you just stepped into the wrong football field, because this is because at the end of the day, you're offering results.
Correct.
Listen.
Correct.
Listen. My boss man used to tell me in sales, he was hard on me when I was in sales. He said, you might not like the taste of Listerine, but you can't argue with results.
There you
You know
go.
what I'm
There you
saying?
go.
Better
Right?
know it.
And,
There
and
you
that's
go.
and that's really a good philosophy. Like, yo, I have it's results coming from
Yeah.
my process,
Right.
my system.
Yep.
So, and it's all about building a culture, man. That's why when you can walk into a stadium with a football team, and no matter what's going on around you and all the chaos and all this crap that's done happen on social media, you still get in there, you get your kids dialed in and stay focused, and you win. That's
Correct.
it.
Yes, sir.
And that's
Yes,
that's
sir.
what this it's about,
Above
building a
all.
culture, man. Yeah.
For sure. Hey, Ant,
Absolutely.
Yo,
I'm a say, let's say I'm a grandfather of an 8-year-old son, 8-year-old boy, right?
yes,
You
sir.
see me and my grandson, we walking around the grocery store, and you walk up to me and you get my 8-year-old
What's the
grandson to
pitch?
come be on the Scat Pack. What's
Yes,
some
sir.
of the things that Ant Gibson used as a recruiting tool to grab these kids?
I like that.
Hey,
Ooh.
man.
Good question.
Hey, Booker just said it best, brother. I love to refer to some of my past talent. I love to tell a parent when I see him, hey, man, if you have any interest in football or any interest in your child being decent, above average, or playing at the high school level, I believe that if your child is in my age group,
Mm,
I can help him get to that level. I can help him be elite when he gets to that level. When he
there
steps
you
on
go.
campus as a ninth grader, he will be noticed by his coach because he played in this system.
There
That
you
is
go.
That's
all I
good,
can
man.
promise you. I'm not promising you're
That's
gonna
what's
run the
up, bro.
ball or anything else, but I promise you
There
he
you
will
go.
be
Right.
There you
noticed
go.
by his coach when he steps on that football field. That's what
Hey,
I
That's
can
what's up, brother.
hey, I'd like to take my grandson to check this guy out. Like Booker said, get out the car
Yeah,
and
be ready to go.
go to the practice.
Yes,
Be ready
sir.
to go. There you go, man. I
Yes,
like
sir.
that.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. With that closing, we're gonna close this thing out, man. Listen,
No doubt.
hey guys, I appreciate you, man. Like, you're a phenomenal guy, bro. Like, I was telling Tone one day, man. Some people you meet, and I just can't remember exactly when we met, but I always
Yeah.
know that when we met, there was respect there. You one of those guys, man. Like, I can't recall the moment we met, but I
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
that we've always had a mutual respect, man. And you brought your kids to
Absolutely.
train with me and other kids, and we just real recognize real, I guess you could say. So,
Sir.
man, I appreciate
Sir.
you, man. We appreciate you being a coach, father of phenomenal kids, man, mentoring these kids. We congratulate you on your championships, man. Most recently, your Cam Newton championship and all you got going on with 707, man. We are completely honored to have you on, man. So, with that said, man, hey, listen, another banger, baby. Another
Yes,
impact on the culture with Impact Coach of the Podcast. Well, man, Coach Booker, Coach, and my man T Bizzle, and
You
with
you can say
special
coach.
guest.
You can say
Coach,
coach.
well, you ain't made it official yet. So,
Hey,
Oh yeah.
look,
Can we get
my
that right
baby,
now?
my baby still call me coach. My baby
Coach
still
Bizzle,
call me
there it
coach.
is, Coach
Coach
Bizzle.
Bizzle, you already know what time
And,
it
Yeah,
is.
already.
and,
That's
and
Hey,
before I
fellas, I
close out,
appreciate y'all having me,
before I
man.
close out, y'all
Appreciate y'all
probably
having
noticed
me.
this shirt right here, man. Listen, if you want to advertise on Impact Culture, the podcast, man,
Hey,
just hit me up, man. I'll wear
yes,
your
sir.
shirt. We'll have you strolling across the stream. So we got
Yes, sir.
some advertised opportunities, man. Just hit me up on the DM, man. We got you, man. Like I said, your text, your logo, your image. I'm gonna roll it on the show, baby. I'm gonna put
Yes,
it on the
sir.
screen. We're gonna scroll it across the ticker, man.
You're
But that
such a
being said,
commercial.
I'm
Hey,
such a
let me
commercial, bro.
shot.
I
Let
gotta
me shot
sell it.
that. Didn't it?
Hey,
Walking
man, hey,
commercial.
I
listen, man,
love
we
it. I
sell.
love
Hey,
it.
listen, we selling out the trunk, baby. Listen,
I
Oh
love
yeah.
it.
We love it.
we
We
small
Oh
love
yeah.
it.
independent company. But
We love it.
man, we're once again, man, we making an impact on the culture one podcast at a time. My man Ant Gibson, man, we appreciate you, man. We give you your
Cool.
flowers, salute you, brother.
Salute,
So
salute.
with that being
We
said, man,
appreciate you,
I
boy.
appreciate your support, and I'll see you soon.
Appreciate
We
y'all,
out.
man. Appreciate y'all having me. Y'all be great, man.
All
No
right, bro.
doubt, brother.
Appreciate you, man.